Everyone, how are you? So, welcome to Blue Dragon Universe, and this is the Blue Dragon Actual YouTube channel. The reason you are able to see me like this is because I thought that this would be a workshops sort of video, and we are going to discuss a couple of things, mainly how actual software calculates the surrender value. And I have made no preparation for this, so that's why this is a workshop. I will start from scratch, and I'll show you how to calculate the surrender value. But before that, there are a couple of things that I wish to address. The first is related to two new courses, two new unconventional courses that we have launched. One is called Actuarial Inner Engineering. Now, for us, the time period for that course has passed, and I was quite shocked to see the amount of uh, lack of enthusiasm should I mean that should be the right word. So actual inner engineering is a course on how actual software works. When I started in actually, everyone was asking about profit experience or whatever like software, actual software related experience. At that point of time, profit was the only software because then there was very less amount of KPOs, and I mean the KPOs were also working mostly on MG alpha. Now there are two preeminent software. One is Access and other is Profit. And Profit is more or less limited to the European market, and that's why Indian companies have their sort of joint venture partner from Europe, and that's why Profit is used. And similarly, the other thing, and that is what is growing in India because of the amount of work that you are receiving, uh, is uh, is Access. It was earlier called GGY Access, but then that company is acquired by Moody's. Now it is called Moody's Access. Incidentally, that is where I also work. Now, how this thing works is actual software is a thing projection software. We use that to project cash flows and then discount it to calculate the reserves, and it does so many work. Right. So how an actual software work is not something that is part of any actual curriculum, and that is the main difference between experienced person and a fresher, and also a person who's a good actually proper actually, like I say, proper actually, the person who has cleared papers but also have knowledge, and that person would have hold or command over an actual software or know what goes where, what goes wrong where, how can a number can be justified, and understand the inner working of an actual software. At the same time, a person who is just a paper actually, and these days there are so many, like you can throw a stone and it will hit a paper actually. There are so many qualified fellows who lack knowledge. I can say that I've been taking interviews, I've been interacting with people. The lack of knowledge in this industry is shocking, and it has increased tremendously. It started from COVID. From COVID, it has reached a level which is shocking. To me, it is shocking, and somehow that is becoming the norm. I'm unable to see in last couple of years. I'm unable to see a good qualified actually. That's very very unfortunate. Probably I've not come in contact with such people. There might be some good people, and I don't know them, but very very unfortunate to see the level of knowledge. At least when I qualified, or maybe when I was at a certain stage in actually, maybe after 2 3 years of work at that point of time my knowledge level was at least 10 times more than the current generation of qualified actuaries, and you can't and even think of comparing my current knowledge level with them. And that I hope is clear in all these videos that we are doing, all these courses that you are sharing. Another course that we have done is Sparkle One, and that course also is launched at a very affordable price for those people who are interested. And once again, that deals with bridging the gap between fresher and an experienced person. So I'd just like to show that first and come to a couple of comments and then go to the workshop. Right. So this is our website. You can visit us at bluedragonuniverse.in. The link is also there in the description. And if you go to the courses in the actual higher papers, right? So right now these are the predominant courses. We'll be also coming back with some of the other courses in time. Every 31st we have some courses. Now this is the actual inner engineering course. So this is our quarterly live courses where someone from my team, or maybe like this time I did this, so we'll be kind of going through an actual software. And this time there was only one registration, shockingly, and I because I made the commitment. I went through it, and so it was like at least that was a lovely experience. The person, was Prashant, and he was like, I mean, I enjoyed working with him and his questions, and I know that in future he is going to become a proper actuary, and he will be known among his peers, and then obviously he is going to achieve a lot of financial kind of strengths. That is, I'm quite sure, depending on the question. Now, if you come to actual inner engineering, we do this live. So if you are interested in this course, so you need to gather your friends. We can't do this like doing it for only one people is not justified for the effort and stress that I have to go through for this. So that's why we require at least 12 students. And so if you are interested in this, and if you want to do this, then you need to collect a batch, reach out to us. Like, you can obviously come here in the contact us section, and you will see, this uh, admin at the Red Blue Dragon Universe.in. So you can message us here, and we can respond back on that. Or you can also register on our course, and whenever the registration touches 12, you will receive kind of an email from us. This course would be is designed for 4 days, 1.5 hours to 2 hours each, and it will be conducted over a month. So maybe Saturday of every weekend of a month it will be done, right? So you can follow that, or if you want to do it quickly, gather your 12 friends. We need that batch of 12. But what I was saying is, I was shocked to see the lack of enthusiasm, and probably because this generation of actuaries do not want that knowledge. That might be the case. Another genuine concern that I see from them is this softwares you can't install in your system, you can't practice this, and that's why people think that you cannot, that there might not be much sense in doing something like this. However, I hope that in this workshop you will be able to understand that you have to understand the principle. Every actual software works on some principle. There will be some assumptions, right? And that's why, if you understand the principle, you will it will also help you in your actual papers, and also it will help you to understand how an actual software works. That will be universal. It is universal of access or profit, because once you understand the principle, you can understand, you can see the code in the actual software. Like profit, you can see the code. There is something called diagram. You can see the inner workings, but in somewhere something like access, that inner working is not that visible. So, but either way, it is, if you understand the principles, then you can check what is going on inside the actual software, and you can see that. And yeah, and also, like, if you see this, I received a message right now. Also, I see a message, right? And from this person, and he was asking for, I'm a live actual analyst, and I want to learn about the Access Actual software. I'm unable to find anything about it. It's because you will not be able to find anything about it, right? Because I work for the company that builds this software, that creates this software, and they don't want to, kind of let go of their materials, right? So that's why they would not create something for you to understand, and obviously you cannot install this software in your system. So your best bet is on us, but you have to decide for yourself whether you want to do that. If you want to do that, then that's fine. We'll keep on trying this, or we'll keep this course for 1 year. And I was also very, I was quite enthusiastic about this course. I thought that this time we are doing for access, let us see the response, then we can go for profit, right? And we can show the inner workings. But as an actual community, student community, if you are not interested, and if you think that this is not worth it, then what is the purpose for us to kind of teach you? Then stay at your level. I don't want to, if you don't want to raise your level, then that's up to you, right? So we can't force that on you. That's up to completely up to you, right? Same goes for Sparkle One. Once again, this is priced very cheaply at 1,000 rupees, and the amount of effort and amount of, kind of like, if you let me, there might be some issues here. Okay, some problems might be there, but the amount of effort that we have put in this course, right? And if you see that, I think, yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to price it at 1,000 rupees, but we did that because many people can, learn from this, right? And so that's it. And another comment that I want to address is, if I go to this, normally this is our page. Once again, I like you to follow this, right? And where at the feed, I don't usually, this is looked after by the team, the Blue Dragon Universe team. So I don't usually kind of see that, right? And I think, yeah, this is what. So usually I don't, I don't kind of uh, check this, right? And once again, this is managed by my team. But recently, this my team posted this, and there was a comment that I just want to address. Like, something is written here that the future of actuaries in India will move to contractual roles, and eventually the number of paper actuaries will increase, and many qualified actuaries find it difficult to get a job, which is happening right now. I started with that theme. Our people with skills can float their own consultancies and take contractual role from offshore countries, which is what the KPOs are doing now. Now, in future, I believe that that can be done by you yourself, right? If you have the knowledge. If you don't have the knowledge, then you have nothing to do. And then you do not have the ability or the courage to float your company. But if you have that knowledge or skill, then you can do that. At least I'll be doing it at some point of time. So I mean, that's a certainty. And in doing that, I might require people. So I'll hire people from the Blue Dragon Universe who have purchased course from us, and we know that this person is good. Like I mentioned, gave the name of Prashant. I work with that person, and I understand that he is very ambitious. He's willing to ask questions, and he's willing to learn. That is very, very important. Very sincere person. So I would be working with such person. So because interview is a flawed process, you don't know if someone is good or bad. But if you spend some time, if you spend 4 days, 5 days with the person, then you know that this person, like, you don't know the attitude of that person, and that is what is important. But what I was coming to is a comment, which, like I mentioned, I don't usually check any comment, right, and check the LinkedIn page. But this comment took my attention, where someone written, first create fear in the market uh, to product. I mean, first create fear, then market your product. So he's saying that we are doing this as a marketing technique to kind of promote Sparkle One and inner engineering. I think this anyone who know us would probably know that this is not how we operate. We state facts. It's up to you to believe us or not. That is your own thinking. But we do not do this. In fact, till now we have not spent a single rupee on marketing. We will be doing that in future because we do not have the lower papers. We want the institute is going through some syllabus change. So it is right now, it is as a business decision, it is not feasible for us to create CM1 or CS1 course, because we have to kind of change it. So we are waiting for at least two exam attempt. By after September 24, we are going to create such course. And once we have those initial papers, we are going to do some performance marketing or digital marketing, right? But right now, we have not done that. So this is the figment of imagination of this person, and we don't deal in this or behave in this manner. And probably that person is not aware of our ethics and culture, so he is thinking like we are marketing the product. Of course, we are mentioning about our products, but we genuinely believe in this product, and that's why we are saying that this is going to help you. We are not trying to create fear. And also, this is something that is happening right now. I know a couple of people, few people from Sun Life, where I used to work. They are kind of creating their own company, which is called solo proprietorship, and they're getting contractual roles from outside. They're getting paid in dollars, basically, and yeah, they are working on it. And they take help from me in access from time to time, or in take suggestion from me from kind of in actual things. So that's why I know, right? So this is something that is going on as of now, and that is why my team member wrote this. There is he mentioned, I think, that later he mentioned that this might be happening in a distant future, but not happening now. I think he is quite distant from the reality. This is happening right now. The number is definitely less, and in future the number will be much more. Only for people who have knowledge. People who do not have knowledge would, as I mentioned, would not have the courage to float a company. So it's up to you, right? It's up to you. If you want to get to that 1 CR or above, right? Why would you stop at 1 CR? If you want to get beyond that level, you need to have knowledge. That knowledge will come not come from papers. You need to see the maths behind actually, right? So you cannot visualize that math. And right now we'll be doing that workshops. You will understand that whatever it is definitely not covered in books, right? So I think that's so. These are the two things I want to address. If you want to, uh, enroll for inner engineering, you can purchase that course, and as soon as we hit that 12, you'll get email from us, right? Or you might create a friend circle, and you can jointly approach us, say, and all of you can purchase the course, and we can start, right? So depending on when we get the 12 registration, we'll start because otherwise it's not feasible for us. Similarly, Sparkle one, you can check out the syllabus and everything. There might be some, kind of right now the time is more than 2 a.m. So there might be some, work going on there in the website. So that's why whenever was clicking, I was getting some error. Okay, now it is back. So sometime it happens like that, right? Because the website is uh, going through some maintenance. Our website is going through some maintenance. So these are the topics that is covered in Sparkle one. These are covered numerically. Wherever you go, you will see some numerical examples. I released last week. I released the video of unwind, which is their discount rate, risk neutral valuation, time value of option guarantees. I mean, this is a such a important topic. People have no knowledge over this, but once again, it's up to you. Do you want that knowledge, or you are happy with your assurance factor, annuity factor, which is not used in real life? So if you want that knowledge, then we have got the courses for you. Obviously, only 1% in actual would become successful, and 0.01% of that 1% would reach that one, kind of 1 CR or above level, right? Those would be revered and respected in the industry. So if you want to be that, you have to think differently from your peers, and we are there to support you. Like I mentioned, if I float my company at certain point of time, which I'll be doing, I plan to do a prop trading firm, or create a prop trading firm or proprietary trading firm, where I'll take people who are interested in that. One of the name that comes to my mind, who always answer my question, if you see my YouTube videos, in actually Saurabh Khatar, he always answer my question, and I'm really impressed by his thought process. There are a couple of people in my Telegram channel. I have a YouTube channel called Blue Dragon Trading, so that has a Telegram channel as well. And there are a couple of people who have similar thought process, and I can, I will float a company on prop trading, and I'll float a company on actually where we'll be getting such consultancy based work, and I'll require help. I need to create a team. So these would be the people who I'll hire from Blue Dragon Universe only. So because I would have confidence that I have taught these people, so they know whatever software they are working in, right? And that is the future. In future, you are going to get money in dollars, right? And that's how it is. Because now that boundary that was existing earlier, the thought process that you cannot work from home, that thought process is gone. Now for them, we are still a good talent pool with much lower cost. And for us, that gives us the opportunity, if we have the skill, to raise our income. So think over this. I might, because I have a business, because I want to sell that product to you. Now, like that person mentioned, we do not do that sort of marketing where, or promotion where it would be detrimental for you but beneficial for us. And that is not what my upbringing is about. So I might take a loss for myself, but I will not harm others, or let any financial harm come to others with my knowledge. So that's the thought process. I just wanted to kind of convey that this is not what we are. And if you think that we are doing that, then it's your figment of imagination. And over a period of time, or maybe in the past also, we have made it clear ample amount number of times. Anyways, so like I mentioned, this is the workshop. So let us open an Excel file.